Well, Brad, you're trying something a little bit different. We know you worldwide as a kickboxer, but Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu today.
Yeah. So I did the grappling tournament just for experience, because one day I'm going to transition to MMA full time, and obviously my strength is striking, you know, kicking and boxing, and my grappling needs to improve. So like, what better way to do it than competing? Because I reckon competing's like, you can spend a lot of time in the gym training, but competition's where you really learn and get better. So I went up against the guys that were like they're a lot higher belt than me, but we were doing fine because I've done a lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling, and I think that if I let my foot break, I don't think Eugene would be too happy with me. I already missed sparring this morning to do the grappling tournament, and he was a bit iffy about that. So if I did the grappling tournament, missed sparring, and came back with a broken foot and missed the next fight, I don't think I'd be forgiven. So yeah, I got a good footlock put on me, and I tapped out to Joel. So Joel went through to the final and had a good match with Phil. So what can you do?
Well, you're wearing a couple of hats here today because you also got your Engage store here.
I do indeed. So my friend Ash, who runs the Engage company out of Perth, Engage Fightwear and Apparel, he's now distributing in New Zealand. So that's what the store's here for, is to get the brand a little bit of exposure, which I'm sure it's getting plenty worldwide with like Israel and Dan doing what they're doing. So now we've got all the gear here and like a brand new line of gear as well, which has just been released. So that's not even on the internet yet. It's only available here on the store, so that's quite cool. So that's here today. Heaps of sales, heaps of specials.
And how can people get onto that? You got a website?
Yeah, Instagram, website. So you can go on Instagram, just look up Engage Industries, and you'll find all the gear. You can go on my Instagram, my Facebook, Israel's, Dan's. You'll find it all through that, Kai's, and obviously engage.com.
And of course, we all want to know when we can see you in action again.
So I fight July 21st in Hex in Perth against Rob Powdrill at a catch weight of 79 kg. So we couldn't find somebody at lightweight, couldn't find somebody at 77 either. So we had to take a catch weight fight a bit heavier. So I walk around about 79, 78 kilos. So I would say it's a good thing, but it's not so much of a good thing in MMA because it means you're going to be wrestling a big guy the next day. So that will be fine. We'll sort it out like we always do.
Good on you, mate. Hey, thanks for talking to us, Brad.
Pleasure, always a pleasure. I think you're on my first interview actually for a fight years and years ago, so it's pretty cool to talk again.
Well, that was funny because we interviewed you at the ABA, and you had just come up from Christchurch because of the earthquake, and you were going to take a break, and I said, oh, you're going to fight overseas? And you said to me, might go to a couple of gyms and just see what's going on. Yeah. 3 years later, you returned.
I went around Europe. Didn't really train when I went through Europe. I had a bit of a party, but I stopped in Thailand on the way home for 3 years. So I just struggled to leave, and I finally left about a year ago now. So I came home because I truly believe that the training's better in New Zealand. I think we have some of the best training in the world here. So that's why I'm staying here, because I've got a great team, great coach, and New Zealand's a pretty good country.
We're happy to have you back, mate.
It's good to be back.
Hey, cheers. Thanks for talking to us,
anytime,
mate.
Anytime.